In this edition of BC Renovation Magazine, I'm going to show you how I built this small wall. Built this wall from reclaimed landscape blocks that were in a retaining wall that I tore apart. Stay tuned, folks. Okay, so welcome back, folks. I was going to show you what I got going on here in a minute, but I just want to show you what I've done here since the last video. In the last video, I showed you where you had the machines in, and we got rid of the all that old concrete, and did the grade on the bank here. It was sort of a rough grade, and I mentioned in that video that I was going to have to do some handwork, and so I've got that all done. I'm just going to give you a quick walk around here and show you how that's all ended up. So we've got our grades, our elevations, we call those elevations, all established around the mobile home now, so we're good for our skirting when we go to put that in. And you can see now how this bank has turned out. I've got it all raked out and shoveled out, and got rid of all the old roots and stuff that were dangling out. And I explained to you last time in the last video that how the water works here coming down the street and how that's dealt with, so it's not a problem for this home. But yeah, just this is cleaned up quite nicely. It was quite a bit of work. I spent I spent a day at this, getting this all trimmed up and cleaned up. And so up above the back of the home here we have it. This is a natural bank, so this is basically built on the side of a mountain here. And so this is all native, this bank up behind us here. And I'll just take you for a little walk up here. So the park did quite a bit of work in here in the spring. They took out a lot of vegetation that was here, and just de-limbed a lot of these trees that are here and just cleaned things up. So it looks a little bit barren in here, but it will all come back. So I'm just going to walk down the bank. So this bank has been pretty much restored now, back to probably pretty close to what it was originally. And here's a look at it from this end here. And so you can see how we've just brought the slope down, and then we have the flat area to the house. So we've got about 8 feet in here is what we've ended up with. I wasn't sure what that was going to end up at, but that's where we're at. And then once we come back here, it kind of just starts to curve around and back towards that way. And so this bank now is I'm just going to leave it natural, and you can see on the next home here, the bank behind here, you can see the that's the natural look with the grass and stuff. And so eventually this is going to grow in and be very similar to what that is over there. And that's kind of how I would leave it if it was me. And then landscape the flat area that's around the home. Yeah, here's a look at it from this way. Not much has changed there since the last video. And this little area here, I think, is where this would be a good place to put a garden shed. And so garden shed, we have to be 3 feet from the fence this way, so be 3 feet this way. So you could easily put a nice 8x8 garden shed in there with the door facing this way. But the people that lived here before had kind of landscaped this bank, and it's really hard to maintain a bank like that, because it's it's steep, it's hard to work on it. And in our climate, this is a semi-arid desert climate, so you have to irrigate everything, otherwise it doesn't grow. And the problem with that is if you start irrigating a bank like that and regularly putting water on it, it will slide on you. It's a possibility for that to happen. So my idea is just to leave it natural, and it will come back. The grass will start to grow, you know, as we get leaves falling and stuff in here. It's going to, you know, go back to a natural state, and you know, just be natural, and then just, you know, just for low maintenance, just landscape the bottom part here. The bank at the very front there, where the laser's set up there around to the driveway, I will landscape that, because, you know, that's the front of the home, and we want to have the curb appeal. So because of the height, you know, the bank, you know, it goes up like this, and so, you know, the bank up here is quite high, you know, and it gets quite steep because, you know, we're quite close here. So you know, we don't have 8 feet here, we got about 6 feet here, but that's okay. You know, again, there's an ivy growing on there, and it's just, you know, that will just sort of all come down and creep over this edge here, and yeah, I think it's going to be fine. So now I'm going to work on this little retaining wall, and it's not so much a retaining wall as it is more of an edging. If you're going to build a proper retaining wall, you know, you're going to do it different than what I'm going to do with this. But this is just basically more of just a landscape edging. I'm just going to go 2 blocks high, and that's it. So, you know, I'm not going to get too crazy with how I put this together. I'm just going to basically stack this up. You know, again, it's just too high. You know, you start going higher, then you have to start putting in a sort of a footing underneath the blocks, you know, so that the drains, and you're not, you know, if you're in a climate where you have frost and heaving, you know, you've got to put drainage around the blocks and all that, so that you're not going to have it fail on you. But this is just 2 blocks. It's, you know, we don't get much for frost here. We don't really worry about that much here, but it's just more of an edging. I wouldn't even need to do it, really. You know, the way this has come down here now, I really wouldn't even need to do it. But I do have the blocks, you know, they were here, and I'm just gonna use them up, and I think it's gonna add a little bit of you know, an architectural interest to this side of the property here, and it will catch anything that's, you know, anything that's sloughing. And what we mean by sloughing is you know, when the dirt comes down the hill and sloughs out, so it's sort of like you know, kind of, we call it sloughing, but it sort of like flows out. If you get some water or something on it, it can do that. So what I've done here is I've got my laser set up here, and I'm using my laser to determine the height. So I want to have, it always looks nice if things are level and straight. That's the most appealing to the eye. And so, you know, a lot of people will just come in here and just start laying these blocks down to the lay of the land, as we say, and, you know, just whatever, you know, it goes up and down and whatever, and, you know, whatever, they just don't worry about it. If we have a nice straight line here and it's level, it's gonna look much nicer. And you know, it's just not that hard to do. It's just a little bit of you know, doing some digging and moving things around. And so with my laser, I have determined that I've got about 3 or 4 inches of difference in the elevation here along the way. So my laser beam, you can see there's the laser beam shining out of the laser. Get it. See, there you can see it. Okay. And so all I do here is you just come along and I hold the tape measure and I find the laser on it. So here you can see the laser mark on the tape, and it says 34 inches. All right, so if I move down the line here, go to another area, set it here, if we can find it. Where is it? Where did it go? Come on, where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay, so here we're 33 inches. So the difference in elevation, you know, from here to where I set checked it over there is 1 inch difference. So all I have to do is just adjust that, you know, just with the shovel, and just so that I get it so that it's level. And I'll do that, you know, carrying on down the line to the, you know, all the way to the end. And so you know, I'm not quite sure how this is going to end up, but I, you know, I do have some blocks you know, once I get down here, I'll see, but I'm, you know, kind of planning to do a bit of a curve here into that backyard. I kind of would like to have it so that, you know, when you're looking down here, you're looking at a little bit of that block there, just coming around the corner. The curve will introduce a little design element, which is interesting. Anytime you can put a little bit of a curve in something, it looks good. Okay, and so another thing I've done here is I've set up a string. And so at this end here, you can see I've got the stake, and then here you can see the string. Okay, and the string goes along back to a stake that I've driven in back here. And this is kind of where I'm going to start the wall down in this area here. But here's, you know, here's my string here. And so the string stretches from stake to stake. And I've measured from the mobile home to the stake, and it's I've got 8'7". So what that's going to do is put the back of the block even with the string, and that's going to give me roughly 8 feet to the face of the block, from the face of the block to the skirting on the mobile home. And I will use that string then just to, you know, keep myself straight. So you can see how the bank is a little bit past the string. So what I'm going to have to do here now is I'm just going to, you know, dig that soil away, and I'm just going to move it this way. And while I'm moving it away from the string, so I get a straight line there, then I will also be at the same time leveling it. And once I get that done, then I'll be able to start setting my first course of bricks. All right, so I'm going to get my shovel going here and start working at this, and we'll show you how it goes along. Alright folks, so this is how my little wall turned out here. And you know, it's just 2 courses high. Very simple. Got it as straight as I could. Not as straight as I would have liked to have got it. These blocks were kind of weird. They're different sizes, and I'm not sure if I got 2 different batches or what the deal is, but anyways, it is what it is. And you know, we've got it built, and it's going to serve the purpose quite well. And I was going to, at the start of the video, I was going to tell you, I told you I was going to put a little bit of a curve on it here at the end to you know, come into this curve. But what happened here is I've got lots of block, but I don't have much capstone. And so I looked around to see if I could, you know, find some capstone that would match this, and then I would have you know, went around a little bit further. But as it went, I couldn't find any. You know, these were probably bought 30 years ago, and you know, that just can't match them up. So I'm just going to go with this, and you know, this is just going to help keep that bank back from sloughing into this area here, because it is a bit tight. I ended up with about 8 feet from the face of the block to the mobile home, and you can see this is where my deck's going to be. So you know, the back porch. So it yeah, it's going to be just fine, and we won't worry about blocks around here. And so I have quite a pile left, but again, no capstones, so other people aren't as fussy as me, and so I'm sure they'll find a use for it. So these are going for sale. We got 115 blocks there, and I'm going to put them for sale for $100, and we'll see what happens. Anyways folks, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.